Hi, my name is Craig Miller. This is my book, The Implications of Faith. In this book, we really dig deeper into looking at what biblical faith truly is. And so we throw that word around there a lot, and I think oftentimes we confuse it with our culture's understanding of faith or belief, and it's this intellectual assent or mere belief. And my understanding and my argument in the book, The Implications of Faith, is that biblical faith is actually something very different than that. It's a faith that makes itself evident in the way that we live our lives. Or in other words, professing faith in Christ implies that our lives will make evident. And hence the name, The Implications of Faith. And so to address the topic, which I think is sort of the need of the hour in the church today, is to break this down and start with a foundation, the only foundation of Jesus Christ, and really looking at grace and what it is and then what it isn't. And then moving forward, we come to this crossroads, this crisis of faith, where we weigh the cost of following Jesus with the benefit that is to be gained. And we're left with a decision. We're standing at this precipice of this decision, whether or not we're going to move in faith or whether or not we're going to cling to our comfort and what's familiar to us. And then we move into, okay, I've made that decision. What's next? And that's where the journey of faith comes in. And there's a lot of questions that come with that, like, where are we going? Where are we headed? Is it safe? Are we traveling alone? And we seek to answer those questions as biblically and as thoroughly as possible for those of us that have made that decision to follow Jesus in faith. Really breaking that down, what that looks like. But of course, we do have an enemy, and we have an enemy in Satan who's going to oppose our faith and do everything he can to get us more in line with the world, where faith means intellectual assent without action, and he's going to do everything he can to undermine and disrupt that. So we're going to move into a section on the enemies of faith, and we're going to talk about Satan and spiritual warfare, and then we're going to move on and talk about the enemies that arise from within our flesh. Fear and self-preservation and the American dream and so forth. And then we bring it back full circle, and the last section is called Faith Made Complete. And we really talk about that tension of Jesus being the author and perfecter of our faith, and yet our faith being made complete as Abraham's was by our actions. And so, yeah, it's... I believe this is the need of the hour in the church today. I think that as we've lost sight of biblical faith, we've sort of arrived at a cheap grace gospel where a lot of people are claiming to be Christians and their lives aren't making that evident. And so I hope you'll join me on this journey to dig in to the implications of faith. It's available Saturday, November 10th. Hope you'll purchase it. Thank you.